Hello. I don't know if my microphone's working. It looked a little bit strange. So if anyone's here, which is a bit early, but if anyone's here, let me know if you can hear me or not, because I have no clue. So apparently someone's here. So please, whoever you are, let me know if you can actually hear what I'm saying, because I don't know where my laptop is. I haven't even looked for it, but I suddenly thought I could look on there and see if I can hear me. And yeah, I don't know where it is. So, oh yes, it's M. Hey M. Oh, phew. Okay, that's good. Hi. It's been a little while since I've done a live, but I felt like the need. I've got a light here, but it's not on because I think it might give me a headache. So hopefully it looks all right as well. How are you, Em? And what am I going to talk about today? So I've got, I won't start it yet. I'll wait for a few people to get here, but I have got the new Gallivant, Accra. Accra is a place in Africa. I've forgotten what country. Someone will know. One of you will know. I haven't sniffed it at all. I wanted to do it live, so I told Nick that. I think he's nervous because he knows how honest I am. But this is I think it is a coastal town or city, Accra. I think it's a coastal city, and it's supposed to be inspired by the Kent cloth, Ghana. So yes, sorry, it's Ghana. Accra is in Ghana. Thank you, Em. Hey, drawn by, good to see you. Yeah, I'm good, thank you, Em. And hi, John. Ghana, yes, thank you. So yeah, Accra is a coastal city in Ghana, and there's this link with this Kent cloth, which is a vibrant sort of coloured printed cloth that I think is a special composition. So we will be sniffing that in due course. Has anyone tried it? Let me know. I have not got a scent of the night on. Have you? Only because I'm just out of the shower and I thought I'd keep my nostrils clear for smelling Accra. And so I haven't picked anything yet, but I've got a little philosophy or a little plan. I don't even know where to start, actually. I don't know where to start. So I've put on here, am I quitting YouTube? Obviously, I'm being a bit of a clickbait bitch. It's just that I've just kind of like lost it with YouTube. I'm not really watching, well, I am watching YouTube, but I'm not watching fragrance YouTube. I'm not watching Fragcom YouTube. I'm not watching FragTube. FragTube. Yeah, I'm not watching FragTube at the moment. I can't be asked. I've kind of like, I guess I've been watching and filming FragTube videos for more than 10 years. And it's now reached this oversaturation point where I don't know, I get sick of these videos, and I've done them. So I'm not having a go at anyone that's doing these videos. They're the videos that get views are the list videos, 10 fragrances to, I don't know, like, you must try these 10 fragrances. I don't know, like, you must try these 10 fragrances. No, you don't need to try them. You really don't. I look at these titles, and I know it's just a way of trying to get people to click like I have today. But I just can't be arsed. I really can't be arsed. Like, these 5 fragrances will get you compliments. These 5 fragrances, like, where these fragrances on a date, guaranteed results. I don't know. I'm just kind of sick of it all, and I can't be bothered to do it. And I know that that's the only way to really kind of grow, or it feels like it. I'm probably wrong. I may be wrong. I'm also, something I'm doing at the moment is trying to question my thoughts, because we say these things and then we're not necessarily right, are we? Like, sometimes it's like you have to ask yourself, am I just telling myself a lie? And you know what I mean, don't you? So let's see, we have Jackie. Hey Jackie, so good to see you. She says, hi all, so pleased to catch this live. And Sherry, hey Sherry. And we have Ildri, hello, I can hear you. Hey Ildri. And also Francis, hi Claire, she says, hey Francis, good to see you. So yeah, I'm not wearing anything, but please tell me, or obviously I am. I've got a new top on, look. It's from, you can wear it all sexy like this, or not quite so sexy. It's from Zara. It's a little bit see-through and I've got no bra on, so if you could see just below there, you'd see the colour of my nipples. But you can imagine it's slightly darker than the skin here. There we go, there's something to think about. It's so pretty, isn't it? Thank you, Jackie. Yeah, I love it. So yeah, I got that today, and a pair of shorts in Zara as well. Like, I wanted a smart-ish pair of shorts because I actually don't own hardly any shorts. Two pairs of shorts, one really casual like cotton, stretchy, sporty, and then a stretchy denim pair that I've had for years. I've actually started to get a hole in. So they're only good for gardening now, which I try not to do too much, but I've done a lot of lately. So yeah, I got these cream denim sort of shorts that are a little bit smart. They came with a nice not raffia, but like a rough textured beige, browny beige belt, and they're perfect because you can dress them up, you can dress them down, and they go with everything. So I love it. So that's why I'm a bit later than I planned, because I was styling it all up. I was trying this top with loads of different bottoms, and then I was trying the shorts with loads of different tops. Everything works together because most of my wardrobe is really quite neutral now, which is so useful, so helpful. Em says, sorry, I've been watching science content. Some of the frag content has got a bit boring. Yeah, that's the thing. At the end of the day, every fragrance video is either a review on one particular fragrance. There's not that many singular reviews though. Most of the videos now is basically this: here are 10 fragrances, or here are 8 fragrances. That's really it. Here are 8 fragrances that I need to talk about because they all got sent to me for free. And here are 8 fragrances that I just racked up on my credit card, so I better at least make a video about them, or you know what I mean. It's like it's basically here are so many fragrances, and then they just kind of like find a theme. And yeah, I've done it for years, so I'm absolutely not complaining. It's just I just don't feel like watching them. I'm fatigued by it all, and so that's why I haven't done much fragrance content. Because, and also I've had my head turned by clothes. I mean, I know clothes have always existed, but I guess I just wasn't bothered before. So I was just quite happy to just wear a basic pair of jeans and a top wherever I went. And now I've changed a little bit. So when I used to, the money I used to spend on fragrances, I'm spending on clothes, and then probably double it. So it's ridiculous. Some of the clothes I bought secondhand, I get them in charity shops, and they're absolutely, like, I find really good quality, nice clothes in charity shops really cheap. But then, so I might buy a really nice shirt for £7, but then I'll go online and buy something brand new for like a ridiculous amount of money for one item of clothing. We're not talking Dior, Chanel, nothing like that. I'm not going that far. But for me, who was always just buying clothes in the almost mid to bottom high street end, it's a big jump. And it's got a little bit out of hand. I have been having to keep transferring money from my savings into my current, and I guess with the cost of living as well, it's not ideal. So I've got to get a grip on that. I've only bought this year though, fragrances, I think I've only bought 2, if not 3 bottles of perfume this year. So that's where I am. It's like my interest in not just in fragrance videos, but just generally in fragrances, in reading about them, in researching them, in buying samples, in all of that. It's just really is it waned, wax or waned? It's gone downhill. Like, and just not been that interested. I'm still wearing my perfumes and I'm enjoying them, but I just don't have that spark for seeking out anything new, and I feel overwhelmed with what I have. So yeah, let me know how you all feeling. Looks like, oh, Tom Elise is here. Hey, Yana. Same for me. I spend too much on perfumes. Let me just catch up on some comments. Em says that top is great on you. You look fab. Thank you very much, Em. Jackie says frag content is dragging for me. Boring, predictable, clickbait. I miss our lockdown live chats. Do you know what I was thinking that? Like when lockdown hit, and then we started. I started doing a lot. Well, I think I started doing lives. I don't know if I started before lockdown. I might have just done a few. They were nice, weren't they? They were intimate, and yeah, I'd like to do more. It's fitting it in. I'm just at the moment, it's like quite busy with holidays and stuff. It's not a bad thing to be busy with. Cherie says, for me, I've gotten to a point where we smelled enough and own enough that watching FragCom on or FragTube just doesn't really hit the same way. Still love sampling, discovery for myself though. That's good. I'm glad you still. I forget I can highlight these comments. I'm glad you're still enjoying it, Cherie. I mean, yeah, I'm sure I'll come back to it, and I'm not gone. I'm not done, because Luca Turin, who saw that? Luca Turin is done, absolutely done with frags. It's like his tweet was something along the lines of, never want to smell another perfume. I don't want to. I am paraphrasing him quite badly, but basically he's just done with it. So he's obviously been in the game a long time. Don is here. Hey, hiya Claire, and everyone, he says. Drawn by says, always happy to see your reviews about fragrances you like or try new things. FragTube for sure. Thank you. Oh, hey, LB is in the house. Francis says, love clothes and acquired quite a lot while in England. Yes, you were over here, weren't you? I saw a few photos on Facebook. I hope you had a lovely time. It looked like you did. Timbo is in the house. Hey, Tim. And waned. Thank you. So waxing is going up, waning is going down. So yeah, my interest in just generally exploring new fragrances is waning. Em says, work in clothes has totally killed my interest. I used to love fashion. Oh no, that's a shame. And Ildri says, hi everyone, scent of the evening is Libra Eau de Parfum. I just fell in love with this. I really understand what you were talking about, Claire. FragCom is getting boring and predictable. Well, thank you. I'm glad I'm not the only one. I guess the longer you're at it, whether you're just consuming content or whether you're creating, most of us do a little bit of both in some way or another, even if it's just a little bit on Instagram or whatever. It just ends up getting a little bit much. So, I mean, I haven't done a lot really since Christmas. So yeah, we're in June now, so 6 months in, halfway through the year. And I haven't done much in terms of anything on fragrances really. Not many videos, just a few here and there. When I feel inspired, I do stuff. Or sometimes I feel inspired and I can't find the energy to actually make the video. So I get an idea and I think, yeah, I'd enjoy doing that. And then I just can't be bothered. So when I say on here, my clickbait title, am I quitting YouTube? The answer is no, I'm not quitting YouTube, because I still enjoy making videos, and it just means that my channel is going to sometimes throw out some random shit at you. You don't have to watch it. You can just scroll along by if it's not for you. There will be clothes for sure. And then Mama could go off on a tangent. I've always done a bit of beauty. I've done makeup, I've done a beauty treatment, so I've taken you guys through some quite horrific treatments. I like taking you on holiday. I love live streaming from a beautiful spot that I find on holiday. All of that stuff, definitely. I might end up just being a bit more live stream and a bit less recorded. but basically I'm not putting any pressure on myself. I think another thing that's really overwhelmed me is I just ended up getting a lot of samples, whether they were being sent to me by friends, sent to me by brands, or me buying them myself. I've accumulated a ridiculous amount of samples, and they built up, and I never got around. I kept thinking, right, I need to talk about that one. I need to talk about that one. And then it became this just massive task, this mountain. I've got a mountain of samples that I wanted to talk about, whether I felt obliged or whether I felt, and I'm not obliged, but I put this pressure on myself. So then I have this massive mountain of stuff, and I'm like, oh, I can't. What's like, because you think if I just talk about that one, then I've still got 100 more to do. So you just don't bother talking about the one. So I think what I'm going to do about that is I'm just going to get rid of all of them. I think I'm just literally going to get rid of all my samples and have a clean slate. I think that's going to help. So have you told me what you're wearing, everyone? As I say, I am not wearing anything. So I think maybe we should try this Accra. Also, have you got a drink or a snack? I am definitely back on the gin and tonic because I had to come off of it for a while because I was allergic. I seem to be good now. I don't seem to get too much or even any. I'm sticking to Bombay Sapphire. It's quite a nice one. I think if I try different stuff, I'm scared I'll get allergic again. So not allergic as in anaphylactic. Is it anaphylactic? Anaphylax? You know what I mean? Like my tongue doesn't swell up and I don't stop breathing. But lots of you have seen what I get like if I have a few gins and when I'm having my allergic reaction. So I start to just struggle to get the breath through my nose, yeah, and my face goes a bit red. It's not that bad, but it's slightly annoying. Francis said, I did go to Paris and had a fabulous time. Oh my God, how amazing. I love Paris. And LB says, I'm definitely waning with it all. My own fault for going full speed in the fast lane with it all. Most fragrance videos are blatant influence of PR-based stuff. It's all very meh. Yeah. Jackie says, to be honest, I prefer random shit plus the perfume chat. It's just more genuine. Thank you, Jackie. It works for me. I've got to do what I enjoy. Otherwise, it's just going to stop. I'm just not going to do anything. So I'll keep going with my little dribs and drabs of random shit. And hopefully you guys will stick along and enjoy the bits and pieces that work for you. Karine is here. Hey, Karine. Bonsoir. And Francis is wearing Gris Dior today. And Karine's wearing Ilang Ilang Nosy Bee. Ooh, gorgeous. When did I last wear it? I definitely worn that quite recent. I do wear that one quite a lot. I took it to France with me actually. When I went to La Rochelle for 4 nights, and then I went to see my mum over in wherever it is she is. I can't remember. Got the train. It was 3 hours on the train. And I had my Ilang Ilang Nosy Bee with me. I do love that one. LB says, love watching all the old videos where things got creative. Remember the big squirt? Oh my God, you with your pear fragrance obsession. Oh yeah, they were good days. You're so right. They were brilliant days. They were kind of the lockdown days, weren't they? I think the big squirt. We talked about redoing that, didn't we? I think we should. You know, I'm tearing up thinking about it. It's so silly. Did I just hear sample giveaway? It's like a mountain of samples. I don't know if I could. Don't know if the Royal Mail would take it. I'd have to get a crate. I'd have to get a skip. I'll hire a skip, Don, and I'll chuck it all in the skip. You can come round and pick it all up. Jackie says she's wearing Fougère Emeraude. The snack is red velvet birthday cake. Oh my God, you made it yourself as well for your husband. Oh my God. Do you know, I've got a cheesecake in the fridge and I'm not afraid to eat it. So I bought from the it's only from the co-op, but it's a Biscoff cheesecake from a company, like a cheesecake company or something random. It's a Biscoff cheesecake. It's a vanilla cheesecake, Biscoff. and there were 2 slices in the pack. So I had one last night because I'm just come off night shifts. So I had one last night because when you're on night shifts, if you know, you need carbs, you need sugar, and you need carbs, and you need it in massive quantities. So I ate a slice of it last night, and I've got a slice in the fridge, and I might scoff that in a bit. Not, I won't do that in front of you because that's just not, it's just not nice. Jackie says, love the squirt videos. M is wearing replica bubble bath on decaf coffee. Not had any booze this year. Wow, bloody blimey hell. I've had your share, and maybe someone else's too, but the less said about that, the better. John is here. Hey, John. Mr. Snowdrops is in the house. Peter's here as well. You better not be going away, Spriggy. You're one of the good ones. Oh, bless you. Thank you. And Jackie said, oh, yum. I never made a cheesecake, but I love it. I need to try my hand at it. Scoff away. Cheesecake's so good. I've probably only made once or twice in my life cheesecake. And I always remember that I made this Nigella recipe cheesecake. It was chocolate cheesecake that you baked. Oh my God, like the ingredients were ridiculous. So rich, so, I don't know, it was just crazy. And it was good. Even though I made it, it was good. And I'm not really good at that sort of stuff. I tend to ignore the rules, you know, like I just think, oh, I'll just skip that because I haven't got it. And usually I mess things up because making cakes is kind of scientific, isn't it? So yeah, so thank you everyone for joining. We've got quite a few of us here, which is lovely. So yeah, if you missed it, I'm not quitting YouTube. Just gonna go in my own way, and that might be the odd fragrance and it might be something completely different. So I do hope you'll stick with me, and I will try and squeeze in a few more lives if I can. I don't know why I don't do more lives. I love doing them. It's just sometimes it's, I don't know, it's like, have I got the energy, or would I rather just sing along to Alexa while I drink G&Ts and dance in my kitchen, you know? Like that's easier. That's easier. I can't sing along to Alexa on YouTube because I get copyright struck. Otherwise, you know damn well I would. Okay, so we've covered that I'm not quitting YouTube. Let's spray Accra because I want to talk about it over its development. So Accra, it's in Ghana, and I think, what do we have here? A fruity, spicy leather perfume, a journey to Africa's capital of cool on the Gulf of Guinea. Okay, so leather, not a favourite note of mine. So let's see. We are clean. I say we are clean. I mean, I am one person. I am clean. I don't know about you. Are you clean? Let me know in the comments. So I am clean. I'm going to go on the back of the hand, and I'm not going to breathe for just a few minutes. I'm not going to breathe in. I'm going to keep talking whilst breathing out. And now I'm breathing in. So what do I smell? In the air, before I start waving it under my nose, I smell like a clean yet mineral type scent in the air. Definitely. Oh, it's nice. Do you know what? It's reminding me of Dior Homme Parfum. Not exactly like that, but the you know, the sexiness in Dior Homme Parfum, that dry down. It's sort of like salty skin. Yeah, I really get that. So I get a clean, almost ozonic, slightly soapy feel. And then that mineral, sexy, salty skin. I think I get a sort of leather note, but it's not that full-on rhinoceros leather. It's not Tuscan leather. It is that more earthy mineral leather, which I much prefer. The leather of Dior Homme Parfum, I guess. Definitely some darker, earthy tones, like, I'm guessing there's some patchouli. Have we got any notes here? Have we got some notes? I don't think there's many notes actually listed anyway. Oh, okay, we've got some fruits. Tropical mango, papaya, passion berries and hot peppers. Mouth-watering, green and spicy. Okay, these are not notes. Let's try and read this properly. Itchy nose. Tropical mango, papaya, passion, berries and hot peppers, mouth-watering, green and spicy, Afro jazz, energy, vintage vinyl, the sensual heat of the tropics, coffee and cocoa, and the vibrant colours of West African waxed Kent cloth. So not a lot of notes. There's definitely a lot of fruits here, which is interesting because I didn't pick up on them. It's not a particularly sweet fragrance. It's not, I say it's not particularly sweet. I'd say it's not sweet at all. So any kind of fruitiness is almost more vegetable. So it says chilies. I get that. It's almost like it could be a green pepper. Not so much chili. Like I don't find it really hot at the moment, but more like you cut into a pepper, sort of slightly watery vegetal, you know. But definitely get some of that Dior Homme Parfum sexy dry down stuff, which is it's not what I expected. This to me is, so Nick told me, someone said to him it's really sexy, and Nick said I don't really know what sexy smells like, what that even means. And it's so funny because to me it is really sexy in the same way that Dior Homme Parfum is really sexy, especially once it's had time to dry down. And I think maybe the sexiness is that mineralic, almost leather like sweaty skin without it smelling like sweat. Not BO, but just hot and sweaty but clean, because you can have that. Right, let's have a look and see what you're saying. Right, sorry. Ildri says, am I saying that right? Is it Idri or Ildri? I'm having trouble with my eyes. I really miss the old days in perfume world where Serge Lutens was king and l'artisan parfumeurs ruled. Everything seems to be a clone of something else. I know exactly what you mean. There's all these brands popping up. There's a lot of these brands popping up that are charging a fortune, that are spilling out a load of bull, that are sending bottles off left, right and centre to everyone. They want the punter to pay £200+ for the bottle, but they send the whole range for free to YouTubers and Instagrammers. And then if you smell them, if you can be bothered to smell them, and they're typical kind of full of aroma chemicals, heavy, obnoxious, too sweet, or just too much amber max, or just grating. Nothing gentle, nothing subtle, nothing nuanced. You can't smell a natural at all. And you think, well, it probably cost £8 to put this bottle together, and you're going to charge £200. And there's all these little brands popping up everywhere, and it's like, no, I cannot be bothered. And they make up all this bullshit about using the best ingredients. No one can prove whether you're using the best ingredients. So don't say shit that can't be proven. That pisses me off, if I'm honest with you. Sorry, as you were saying, everything seems to be a clone of something else. Yeah, there's so many. You can buy a perfume that's more expensive than Baccarat Rouge. It smells like Baccarat Rouge. It doesn't make any sense. Maybe it's slightly different, but still, it's just, yeah, no, I can't be asked with it. I really can't. John says, sounds pleasant. That's a nice leather in Dior Homme Parfum. Yeah, it is, because it's not harsh at all. Yeah, this is not sweet and it's not floral. So to me, it's not something I would wear because I tend to always wear things that are a bit sweet and a bit floral. If I was a normal human being, I would say this is a masculine perfume. I know it's everything is unisex, blah, blah, blah. Let's not even get into that. But based on how I've grown up in life, girly stuff is floral and sweet, and men's stuff is leathers and earths and green stuff. And to me, this would be traditionally masculine. I would really, I know, so Gallivant have got that gorgeous lemon one that John says is orange, which I love. That's probably my favourite. It's a vanilla lemon or orange, whatever you want to say. Musk, beautiful. Brooklyn, isn't it? Brooklyn. That's my favourite. I would love to see more in that direction because I feel like a lot of the most recent releases have lent more masculine, and I know Nick really wants everything to be fully unisex. He wants to feel like it would be something that he would wear, but I think in some ways by doing that it cancels out a lot of people like me who like some of that sweeter stuff that would be considered by most people as traditionally feminine. So I would like to see Nick maybe forget whether something's unisex or not and just put out something maybe more floral sweet. That's a request. If you watch this, Nick, it's a request from me. What did I request from? So I had Nick on the channel, didn't I? Last time he had a fragrance out, and I asked him to make a fragrance. It wasn't Timbuktu, but it was a mythical city, like Cities of Gold or something. I can't remember what I said, but anyhow, going off tangent. Jackie says, sounds really good. My kind of scent was sweaty clean. I've absolutely loved Nick and all of the concepts for the destinations of Gallivant. I liked Abu Dhabi and Tokyo the best. So I think your tastes lean more like non-sweet from what I can gather, whereas I just need a bit of sweetness, just a little bit. But it's honestly sexy. I want to smell this on a man. I honestly would really enjoy this on a man. There's definitely a little bit of spice coming through actually. That maybe that pepper. And something a little green. It's not tomato leaf, but almost, you know how greenhouse tomato plants have that, you can smell the soil and the tomato plants growing. So you've got that mineral soil green thing. It's sort of like that, but not exactly like tomato plants. But I'm getting that feeling of plants in a greenhouse. Yeah, plants in a greenhouse, not necessarily tomato plants, and it's humid. So Tim is wearing Eau de Sud by Annick Goutal, very nice for warm weather. It's not, I don't know, what's the weather like? I mean, it's a bit chilly. It's like if you can sit in the sun, you can stop the wind from getting at you. It's really nice, like you can bake a little bit. But as soon as the wind hits you, it's like brrr. So I don't know what's going on with summer here. Hey Jimbo, lovely to see you. I'm getting hungry, so what did I have? I had my breakfast. I had chicken for breakfast at 5 p.m. because obviously I'm coming off night shifts. So I think I might be due some food soon, which is good. I love food. John says, I agree, too much poo about. I've gone a little indie buying sample sets of late to escape it. Em's totally agree, Claire. It's just churned out. It's not perfumery, it's venture capitalism. Yeah. You look at, well, I think, I'm guessing, you looked at the people behind these brands. They're not really fragrance people. They are venture capitalists. Jimbo says, have we got to the am I quitting YouTube part yet? Yes, Jim. In short, no, I'm not. I'm just changing direction. I can't be asked. I can't be asked to do too much fragrance stuff at the moment, so I'm just going to do whatever I want whenever I want, which is what I've been doing anyway, really. But yeah, that's that. Oh, Jim, thank God. Ildery is right. Thank you. Tender Violets. Hello Claire. As you step away from YouTube, do you have any hobbies or activities you would like to more focus on aside from fragrances, of course? Yeah, as I was saying, I've really got into clothes. I've just really switched up my wardrobe and just sort of changing my style a little bit. And then there's paddle boarding, which I love. So I try to get out and do my paddle boarding as much as possible. So they're my main things. Apart from that, a bit of traveling, you know, holidays. Let's be real, holidays. But it'd be good to explore some more unusual places, because I have really not gone anywhere that different or exciting for quite a long time. So I've done the typical stuff. Like this year I've been to France and Greece. So it would be good to go somewhere a little bit more interesting. Maybe Accra. I don't know, but Liz says, makes you wonder if Baccarat Rouge 540 has really contributed to killing creativity for brands and cornering the market, new brands chasing the aroma chemical formulation to make a cash cow. Yeah, I think I do think Baccarat Rouge 540 is in a way it's an iconic, like Sauvage, and Sauvage is the same really. It's very heavy on the aroma chemicals and people love it. Baccarat Rouge 540, I can't imagine there's a natural ingredient in that, and people love it, and it does smell good. Like I catch whiffs of it here and there out and about in life, or probably a clone or Cloud from Ariana Grande, but people really love that scent. It's rich and sweet but woody, so it's like sweet. It's like your sweet and salty popcorn, isn't it? It's got that combination of salty and sweet, and I think that's why it's so addictive. And it has blazed a trail. Is that the right way to say? And everyone's trying to copy and make things, even if they're not trying to make a clone, they're using the basic formulation of something really sweet, loads of like a candy floss note, ethyl maltol, and then some woody aroma chemicals, and maybe mix it up by adding different floral or something. But ultimately you just get the same feeling from it, and it doesn't really inspire or excite me if I wasn't a frag connoisseur. Is that a bit pretentious? If I wasn't really into frag, then I would probably want to own a bottle of perfume that smelled a bit like that, because I love how sweet it is. It's a bit addictive, but it's just overdone now. M says, yep, Claire, although I feel like I'm starting to lean more sweet. Abu Dhabi and Tokyo are pretty masculine. Yeah, because I remember you sent me a sample of something that was you absolutely love it, but to me it was like really green and woody. So I'm thinking that's generally, yeah, that's your taste. John says, I think big brands are incredibly lazy and wait for the next big thing as their they can't be creative, I think they're saying. Tim says it's been warmer out west than in the east, boiling hot by Saturday. I did hear there's a heat wave. That's the word, heat wave coming. Tender Violet says, I have rediscovered vintage scents from Elizabeth Arden. A provocative woman is a dream scent that needs a revival. I've got, was it Elizabeth Arden? No, it's Elizabeth Taylor I'm thinking of. Oh, that's funny. Okay, all I know from Elizabeth Arden off the top of my head is the green teas line. So, provocative woman. I mean, what a name. Oh yes, that's Jim says, oh, Reese's peanut butter cups. Do you know what? I've actually calmed that whole thing down. when did I last have a Reese's piece? I definitely had one in France because my mum got them in especially for me. I had one in France, and then I definitely had one when I got home because there was 2 in the pack. So I'm quite restrained to only the one to start with. But I haven't bought any since. So don't remind me about them. I don't need reminding, Jim. Maddie is here. Evening, lovely fragrant friends. Sorry I'm late. That's all right, Maddie. But you will need to stay behind and write out some lines. Lizzie says, meanwhile, over here dreaming of winter, trying not to think about this impending heat. Oh, and I mean, for me, like, the heat is really bad for work because I work with water. So the heat is a nightmare. It causes our reservoirs to go empty and customers to get very, very angry. And it can be quite challenging. But yet here I am like, come on, sunshine. Just the heat waves can come when I'm off and my colleagues can deal with the crap. That's how it should work. So let's think, what else are we going to talk about? We've got Accra. Right, so I'm going to talk about what I'm doing with. So as I said earlier, I'm not really buying perfume at the moment. I still have I think 2 or 3 on my wish list that I've had since Christmas or before. So I still want to get Chanel's 31 Rue Cambon. I really want to have that, but I'm not that bothered because I've not bought it in 6 months. But I love it. I really do love it. But I just feel like I don't want to buy something when I've got so much already. And then the other one I want is Andy Towers Le Maroc Pour Elle that I used to have years and years ago. It's been reformulated and I actually prefer the reformulation. So they're on my wish list, but I just don't feel like, well, I've spent too much money on clothes. It's ridiculous. So I can't justify buying perfume. And I do feel like I have too much. So my plan is, get rid of all the samples because that will just kind of like, it's going to take some weight off my shoulder, which sounds really strange. And then B, I've got some nearly empty bottles here and I have pulled them all out. And over the last few days, I've been wearing them because basically I'm going to get rid of them so that then I have a bit more space. Not that I don't have a lack of space, that there's definitely room for more bottles, but I don't want more bottles because it overwhelms me. So it's not necessarily physical space, it's mental space. So I want to create some mental space in my fragrance collection. So I've pulled out all these bottles that are nearly empty. In actual fact, 2 of them I've emptied in the last few days just from my efforts. I'm just going to wear these and get rid of them. And then I'm going to feel lighter. I'm going to feel like I've lost a stone. So this one here is now empty. I just used up the last little dribble of it the other day. So it's Mist Your Eau de Parfum, the current formulation. I do think, this is only a little one, 30 ml. I do think this has been somehow evaporating and filling up the ribbon. So that ribbon's not the right colour. It's like the perfume's just evaporated into the ribbon slowly. So I haven't really used all of that. I think it's been evaporating, but that's now empty. So there's a bit of space there. Another one, I think I emptied it yesterday, is this one here. It's the Infidels from Agonist. I had a bottle of this. This is one of my very first niche bottles when I first got into fragrances. And then I got through that bottle and then I found a secondhand one, this one here. And then I didn't really wear it for ages. So, and then I just got a teeny, I don't think you can even see it. The teeniest little bit there. So there's probably gonna be like 1 squirt. And then that's gone. So this one is really nice actually, but I'm not going to repurchase it. So it's a citrusy incense floral. It's got all the notes listed. I believe this was all natural. That's how they sold it at the time anyway. Yes, it's got resins, it's got loads of different florals, jasmine, magnolia, rose, vanilla, To me though, it smells really, really citrusy, but incensey, and it's like a head shop. It's a bit like going into one of those head shops, which I love. It's one of my, it's a thing, it's a good memory for me. So yeah, Agnes Infidels pretty much emptied that out. And then this one's got the most left in it for what I've put in this little group. I wore this yesterday, yeah, and today actually. I wore this today, yeah. So that's Neroli Portofino off of Tom Ford. You can see that there's a fairer amount left in the bottom, but you do spray quite a lot when you wear this. I think everyone knows what this is like. I think the reason why I love it so much is actually that muskiness in the dry down. So it's listed as an amber dry down, but to me it's not amber, it's a musk, but it's like sweet and a little bit powdery. And then of course it's citrusy, it's neroli, clean, a little bit soapy, but mostly lots and lots of muskiness and powderiness, and I love it. I actually prefer the Aqua version, which I did have, and I ended up selling it, and I kept this one because this was a gift, and the Aqua one I'd bought on eBay. So I thought I'll give up the Aqua, but actually I prefer the Aqua. I might one day buy the Aqua again, but for now I'm just going to wear this, and perfect weather for it. Just wear it daily, and I enjoy it. Like it's not a compromise to wear this. It makes me feel clean, put together, and it lasts most of the day for me, you know, 6 or 7 hours or so. So I actually really enjoy it. But yeah, I'm going to be getting rid of that, using it up. Jim says that's about how much I have left of Neroli Portofino. John says Neroli Portofino would last me all of eternity. Yes, John. What's wrong with you? Not liking Neroli. It's bizarre. It's bizarre. Now here's one. It was a gift from my lovely Frau Comp friends, and I haven't worn it that much recently, but I wore it the other day. So that's how much we have left. It's a small bottle. So it's so pretty. And you know what? This is an eau de toilette, and it lasts really, really well. And this is a citrus, violet, raspberry, almost lipsticky. So it's like a summery lipstick scent, really. Almost like a raspberry, fizzy raspberry drink, and a lipsticky sort of violetiness. Really, really pretty, perfect summer day scent, and yeah, I'll really enjoy using that one up. Did I say what it was? Violet in Love from Nicolai Parfums. Liz says, my current obsession is French Kiss. I still can't believe I found a bottle of French Kiss. Yes, that one is beautiful. I was it is on my eBay search list. What did I have? I think I had a decan. Yeah, I know. I had a decan, I think. Yeah, the only thing I found about it was it's a little bit linear, so it didn't seem to do much. Like, and I'd start to think I need it to do something now. But it is so nice though. It's such a nice fragrance. But yeah, Violet in Love is lighter and fresher than that in terms of lipsticky, and because it's sort of citrusy and fresh. So perfect summer day scent if you want to smell pretty. I feel pretty, oh so pretty. And then this one is my Honey Amber. I do have another bottle of Honey Amber, but it's a slightly different version. I can't tell much different myself, so when this is gone, I'm not going to be too sad because I do have my other newer version. So Honey Amber from Thione Reinfeld is a gorgeous frangipani. I think it's got some other white florals. It's definitely got lots of like resinousness, sweetness, gorgeous vanilla, and quite resiny when it sort of dries down, but it retains a really pretty tropical white flower scent. Really lovely. So that one, I'm just gonna use it up, because otherwise I end up just holding on to everything because I think, oh, there's only a little bit left, I won't use it. but that's stupid. Lizzie says, oh, I wore Violet in Love a few days ago. It's very easy going. It is. It's just so, it's easy breezy, isn't it? Hey T. I'm late. Then again, when am I not? I don't know. You tell me. Tim says, hush hush, arriving soon. I need to check in with Sarah and see what the score is. I think it was July it was going to be sent out. I could be wrong though, so I'm not sure. But I think it's either this month or next month. Maddie says, Claire, have you tried Ember's Renaissance? Sorry if you mentioned it. No, I have not. I saw Tione post about it. Have you tried it? What is it like? If you have, I'd love to know, because I think, is it more of an even more vanilla-y? I can't remember what she said about it. No, it's got iris. It's got more iris in it, hasn't it? Tell me more if you know it, if you've tried it, because I'd love to try it. Right, we've got two more, and I wore this one to. I went for a nap earlier today, and that was what reminded me that I wore this one to bed because I could smell it on my sheets. My Tobacco Rose. This is my second bottle. This is another really early doors niche fragrance purchase. And when I first started talking about fragrances on YouTube, this one got talked about quite a lot. You can see there's not much there. I don't know if I'll buy it again because I don't reach for it that often, because I don't know, it's quite different to my usual taste. It's not a white floral, it's not particularly sweet. I mean, it's got a bit of sweetness, and it is, whenever I wear it, it's beautiful. I love it, but I just don't wear it that often. So I might not repurchase Tobacco Rose, but I will use it up. And yeah, and when I got into my bed earlier and went for a little nap, it was really nice to smell it on the sheets. So there you go. Jackie says, will you get a US distribution with Hush Hush? The 4160 Tuesday. So if you did the crowdfunding thing, which it might still be open, I'm not sure. Yes, there was a US option for shipping, but hopefully down the line, if it becomes a main fragrance in the line, which I think that was the plan, then 4160 Tuesdays do ship to the US, I think, or they have distributors in the US. So hopefully via maybe Lucky Scent or something like that. I'm not entirely sure, but yeah, if you did the crowdfunding thing, definitely it was shipping to the US. Jim says, I got a text from 4160 today and it said they are poised to ship them out. So imminent, Tim, imminent. T says, I'm always late to everything, not by choice, but somehow I just get wrapped up in my own world. I got an email update from Indiegogo, Sarah, saying they are poised to send out. Yes, okay, brilliant. Maddie says, talking about Ember's Renaissance, I haven't tried it yet, but definitely want it. I think it has iris and more powdery vibe. Debating 10ml versus full bottle. I know what you mean. Like, I've still got some original Embers. And what else? I've got so much Tione. This is the thing as well. I've got so many Tione Reinfeldt perfumes. So I feel like I just can't buy any more. But talking of Tione, we're still on Tione because this one here, this is just a travel size. So it's different to the others. It's a 10ml and it's Nuit. This is one I will really want to buy, and I probably will make that my next purchase. So Nuit, Tione sent this to me. It was very generous of her. She sent me one each of the 4 flames. This one, as you can see, I have pretty much emptied. So I've got maybe 1 or 2 more wearings in here. This is the Magnolia Incense. It's a bit dirty, like it's it's a little bit naughty, and I love that, even though I don't always love animalics in fragrances. It's not an animalic added note, it's just the way, apparently it's to do with there's a lotus, I can't remember if it's white lotus or blue lotus, there's a lotus ingredient in here that apparently goes really quite dirty and animalic, and I think that's maybe what's doing it. And it's quite funky, but I just love it because it's also really pretty, really earthy as well. So it's earthy, it's floral, it's pretty, it's powdery, it's incensey. It's definitely darker than a lot of the Thione fragrances that I normally go for. So like Embers and Honey Amber, they're not particularly dark, I don't think. This has definitely got a darkness. It's got it's an edginess, I guess, but not in a nasty way, not in a cold way. But it just feels darker. It feels more sensual, more esoteric. Yeah. So I really love that. So I will at some point be adding a full bottle of Nuit to my collection, even though I'm not really buying perfume at the moment. So that's on my buy list as well. So they're the 3 that I want to buy. The Andy Tower one, Le Morocco Pour Elle, Rue Cambon from Chanel, and Nuit. Right now, I think I would like Rue Cambon first because it's just really great summer and spring scent. Whereas Nuit, oh no, I'd wear this. I would still wear this. Hello, darling. My pretty cat's here. She's getting on my lap. Let's see if I can show her. There she is. Sorry if that made you dizzy. Hello, darling. What do you want? You might hear her purring. Jackie says I've been wearing Hera a lot lately. Oh yes, I wore that the other day actually. Oh, I love Hera. Ooh. Right, there she goes. Oh, Jackie says that 4160 do have US, but only the core line. Hopefully they include Hush Hush. I hope so too. Hey Tiki Girl. She says, hi everyone, I'm so late. You're okay, Tiki Girl, but we're going to stay behind with Maddie and do your lines, you know that. Let us know what you're wearing. I can wear a perfume now. I want to wear Nuit now. It's a bit late to be applying, but I can wear it to bed. Just a little bit. Maddie says, was surprised by how much I liked Nuit. Hello, Bamboo, for you. We like naughty, do we? Yeah, we do. Jackie says, oh, so pretty. Love her darker fur ears. And Tiki Girl's wearing Bombay Bling. Right, that's Neela Vermeer, I think. Am I right? And John. Oh, what am I wearing? Date with a Dame. Ooh, sexy. So have I done, I've done everything, I think. We've done Accra. Let's go back to Accra, although all I can smell is Nuit now. I really love Nuit. Yeah, I can kind of imagine. So there's these fruit notes, wasn't there? Mango, mango, papaya, berries, hot peppers. It's really hot. It's a hot fragrance, actually. I can kind of imagine these fruits I mean, then I wouldn't say they're not photorealistic at all. It's almost like an abstract impression of hot fruits. I don't know if there's sort of markets in Accra, and if that's what it's going for, in like a really hot, on a really hot day, and all the fruits are hot, and the chili is hot, and it's humid. But it's definitely quite green. How do we explain this greenness? I don't know if there's some galbanum in here, because I've got a green powderiness, so that could be a touch of galbanum, but it could be something else. So it's green, it's kind of like hot chilies and green leafy stuff, and it's all hot, it's all humid. The leather is not a leather jacket. It is much more earthy, and it's much more, for me, it's much more palatable. Nothing like rhinoceros, nothing like Tuscan leather. There's definitely something underneath it that it's bringing some sweetness, actually. So initially I wasn't getting any sweetness. There is a tiny hint of sweetness here. Could even be like the tiniest bit of something like an Efol maltol, but nothing like Baccarat Rouge 540. Like, it's so minute that it just brings a hint of a sweetness in the background, which I like. I prefer it now than I did before, because I like to get a little sweetness from my fragrance. I definitely find it sexy, even though how do we describe that? How do we define sexy? But I think for me, if I think about sexy, I'm thinking of, I guess, a man, hot skin, humidity, that sort of thing. I'm thinking, and also thinking of Dior Homme Parfum Dry Down, because that always makes me think sexy. But this has a little green element to it that's not in Dior Homme Parfum, and it's not really that much like Dior Homme Parfum. There's just, it feels like there might be something in there that's linked, maybe the leather accord or something. Yeah. So if I caught a whiff of this on a chap, I would definitely say it smelled really good. But I wouldn't wear it myself, because it's just not sweet enough for me. It's not floral. And I kind of only wear florals. Pretty much only wear florals, really, I think. Florals, maybe citruses. Mostly florals. Florals and vanillas. At least I own it. Right, let me catch up with you. Right, here we go. So Jim is wearing Dolce Aqua from Mask Milano. I do like that. I enjoy that almondy nuance to it. Jackie's asking Jim if he sampled the new Darren Allen Jonquil. Sounds interesting. And Jim says he bought it, love it. It's very essence of spring. I really want to try the Darren Allen. I've heard so much, especially from Ouch 110, seem to be really taken with them, but is over in the States, and I don't think he ships to the UK. So unfortunately, not been able to try them. Tend Violet says, if you are a frag head, does that suggest that your sense of taste is exceptional alongside your sense of smell? I don't think so. I think that you would expect a frag head to only have, I don't know, like quite a specific taste only like or like a large range of things. I think what I was getting at, I don't know if you're saying that because I said, oh, I'm supposed to be a fraghead and I only like florals and vanillas, if that's what you mean. I guess I think I should like more wide ranging stuff. Maybe that's maybe me judging my own taste, but no, I mean there are so many frag heads. There are some frag heads only buy celebrity fragrances, or only wear designer, or only wear niche, or only wear whatever, you know. So I don't think so, and I certainly don't think that being a frag head means you have exceptional taste or sense of smell, because there are definitely a lot of people that really enjoy fragrances, but they're not necessarily that good at picking out notes or anything, which doesn't matter. But yeah, I think, yeah, frag heads are very diverse. Yeah. Sorry, I'm just reading through. T says, forgot to mention my scent of the day wearing Addict 2002 and 2014. Sprayed them both at 9 a.m, still going strong, and it's almost 11 p.m. Amazing. Jackie says, I can vouch for Darren Allen. Jim influenced me to try his and I have no regrets. Jim says, I think Darren is a genius. I totally agree with everything Tom said in his video. Right, I think I am running out of energy. So I think I covered everything I wanted to do. I've showed you my empty bottles. I've told you that I'm not quitting YouTube, and we've done Accra. So yeah, we are ending it here. Thank you so much everyone for coming along. I'll try and do more of these. It's been fun catching up with you all. It's been nice to see so many of you, and I hope that you're all doing all right, and I will see you. I'm just waffling, aren't I? I'll tell you what, I'll leave you with the cat, and then so I'm saying goodbye and they're going to show you the cat. So bye. How do we do this? No, that's not going to work. Why can't I do this? I can't seem to aim it right. Oh, I see. So it's like back to front. Why can't I seem to aim this camera right?